Hello, hello, Pisces. It is AD with kayxztarot, and I'm going to be doing your December monthly reading. So welcome back. If you are coming back, thank you so much for your continued support. And if you are new, welcome, welcome. We always love to have you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if this resonates with you. Again, because it's a general reading, I'm not sure what energies are going to come through, so the messages are not going to resonate with everyone. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. But feel free to look at any other tarot reader on YouTube. I promise you I will not find out. I promise you I will hold no grudge. I welcome you to it. There's some great readers out here. And speaking of which, if you'd like a personal reading for me for December, the holiday season, I'm going to be doing a special again. But this time it's $15 for 6 cards. So it's the reading that I do for here, but I'm only charging $15 when normally I do $25. So that's a really, really good deal if you'd like to get into that, especially with the new year coming up, you know. So if you have like some New Year's questions, that's going to be happening. I'm also going to be doing a 2019 reading, which is going to come out later this month. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, all the information for that is going to be in the description box below at the Gothic Goon. And also, I did a really awesome interview with a really awesome dude, the Peace Dealer. And I'm going to put the link to that in the description box if you'd like to check that out. Get to know me a little bit more. He asked me questions about spirituality. I talk mad shit about some Zodiac signs. It's like a really fun time. So if you have some time to kill and you like, you know, to spend it with me, you bitch, then you should definitely do that. But without any further ado, Pisces, sorry for that. A lot to get off, but let's get into your reading. While I was pre-shuffling, and then, so, you know, is death. A lot of us are closing out a cycle and entering into a new one. And it sounds super like everyone says that, but it's the fucking truth, okay? But the thing about it is now that we're re-emerging and transforming into this different thing, I feel like a lot of us have felt the momentum. And so some of us have kind of gone into the hangman position, which is represented by us, and gotten stagnated. So I'm curious to see what's going to come up, because that was kind of the storyline. It was like all this divine change and all this shit. And then look at this. Literally what I was saying, you know, the death card to the Four of Swords. And so a lot of us have kind of gone inward, like with all these changes that are happening. It's just like, well, now I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with myself. Which is fine, you know, we'll figure it out. So let's see. 2018 is over, y'all. Let that sink in. Wow. Welcome to Sag season. Really, really fun time. Gotta love a Sagittarius. Alright. So we just had the 6 of Pentacles fly out with the 5 of Wands. Alright. So there's some conflict going on, especially about giving and taking, but this is kind of what I'm talking about. A lot of us are entering into a new cycle, and so we're kind of having, oh my gosh, I need to move this, hold on. A lot of us are now entering a new cycle, and so we're having some turmoil and conflict about how to give and take with the new responsibilities that we're taking on. Alright, so we're coming out of instability and learning how to share that, you know, how to share the wealth. Seems to be kind of a big theme. Oh, shoot. Yeah. And some of us are being quite stingy with it. But I'm not surprised with this energy because of the bullshit that we've been through as Pisces for the past couple of years. And so that's what I was saying. That's what I was kind of touching on. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that this card flew out because this is really what I'm saying. There's a conflict on how to spread the wealth. a lot of us are keeping a lot of shit close, right? A lot of us are keeping a lot of financial resources close where we might have been very giving in the past, and people are going to be coming and asking because not that they know we have it, we just live like we have it. We exude a confidence that we haven't necessarily exuded before because we're finally feeling that shift. And so a lot of us have gone inward again and kind of kept everything close to us, right? Because we don't want to be taken advantage of. You know, we're in this new position. We're going to find ourselves in a new position within December and just next year where our instinct is going to go against us. Normally, you wouldn't see a Four of Pentacles come up for a Pisces. Normally, you just wouldn't. But it is our life journey to learn how to build boundaries, all right? So if you feel like, and people are going to call you out. People are going to be like, what the fuck? Like, you were never like this before. Oh, now you made a come up. Now you think that you're better than every fucking body else and you don't want to help anybody. But that's not the case. It's just that we've learned as Pisces that, like, we can't be giving everything because eventually we end up being depleted. And so this, to me, is financial resources and also just emotional support. We're very aware of who we are spending our time with. And I've noticed this with Pisces in my personal readings. Shout out to Pisces who participated in the personal readings. Hey, bitches. But anyways, back to what I was saying. That was a common theme with all of my Pisces. It's just like, we've been through the ringer. We've been through the bullshit, right? So now that we're coming back out of it, we're aware. And so we're going to keep more shit with us now. We're going to keep more shit close. And if shit's popping off and stuff's moving in a certain direction, now's the time we're keeping it close. We're not necessarily as giving of information, right? If we get that promotion, if we're working on our projects, you know, if we're working on our books, we're working on building our YouTube channel, we're working on going back to school, all of these things, we're keeping it close. We're not even updating people on what's going on with us. You know, which is really interesting. All right. I've been shuffling forever. 3. All right. So the underlying energy we have for this month is strength. Very clear, very Leo energy. Right here. But this is coming out of a difficult situation. Anytime you see strength, this is after some bullshit. Look at what it's followed behind, the 5 of Pentacles. So a lot of us are coming out of a situation where we felt like we were in the cold and we've grown up stronger. We've tamed the beast. The beast could be another person. The beast could be the beast within ourselves. But the underlying energy, which is absolutely beautiful for the month of December, right, is a fire energy and it's strength for us. But it's building on that strength that we've had. It's closing out that cycle, re-emerging, right? Re-emerging, growing as like this beautiful creature who's now tamed the beast that is life, that normally truly overwhelms us, right? So that's a really awesome energy that we have going. Ooh! King of Wands as the heart of this reading, the overall theme. Another fire energy with Sagittarius season. That's fucking dope. Built on the King of Swords. That's our foundation. Moving into the 4 of Pentacles as our present, exactly what I was saying earlier, to the Hierophant, a lot of masculine, a lot of defined masculine energy. This is really interesting. With the supporting of this woman, though, I love it. Real sexy Pisces. Real fucking sexy Pisces. And then the Hierophant coming up as the most likely outcome. And then, oof, look at that card of advice. The 9 of Wands, card of advice, okay? This is a beautiful reading because what I'm getting from this reading, especially with all this masculine energy, is we're going to be moving into boss positions. That has been a very clear theme throughout all of the readings. For this next year and a half, Pisces are really growing, and it's starting now with these foundations. Look at these kings. There is not a page in sight, okay? Kings are owners. They own it. It's not about man or woman, right? But they have mastered, right, that element. So you have the King of Wands, top dog. This is the heart of the reading. In December, in Sag season, you're looking like the King of Wands, the King of Kings, okay? This guy's a celebrity. He knows what he wants. He believes in that law of attraction. He flirts his way to the top. He bangs his way to the top. But it's not even necessary because he just knows who he is and he's comfortable in that. Now, sometimes it can get and hinder him, right? Because you can turn to an asshole thinking that you're the shit. And everybody's like, nah. And that ego can definitely get in the way, especially receiving, criticism from other people. So that is something to be mindful of, Pisces. But I'm not getting that energy. I'm not even getting that egotistical energy. I'm really just getting being a boss ass bitch, a boss ass dude, somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about, somebody who's taking their craft and learned to perfect it, and now they're not taking a whole bunch of bullshit now. And look, and the foundation this partner with and the air energy of the King of Swords, so that logical side that Pisces always get. Fucking, they always think that we're just like some of the most illogical people, but it's just not the truth. We just handle logic in a different way. But our foundation for this upcoming month, and I really think that this reading really is going to reflect next year. I think that this is how we're going in balls deep into next year. And we have this King of Swords here. This is discernment. This is logic. This is cutting it off at the neck, all right? Letting this shit, not shit is getting past this dude. He fucking knows. He speaks his truth. He's honest. Same thing with the King of Wands. People are going to be receiving that fire. There are going to be people who are going to be returning and apologizing. There are going to be people who are going to be coming into your life, and you're going to be very, very, very clear about what your boundaries are. You're going to be like, look, here are my deal breakers. And the thing about it, Pisces, they're actually going to be deal breakers this time. We're not bullshitting. Do you know what I'm saying? Before, you could kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, and oh, blah, 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 blah. Where, oh, yeah, blah. Not with this being the foundation. Not with how we're moving forward. Not even with the King of Wands. You're not going to get over on these dudes. You're just not. And so that is the energy that is coming. Discernment. The theme of discernment. We're building a foundation on discernment. On really looking at a situation and being able to wield a sword based on our truth, based on our perception of the truth. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Communication. Communication is going to be key because we're going to be communicating to people, telling people, look, these are my expectations. If you don't meet my expectations, then there's not what the fuck we finna talk about. And that is just the mood and the energy that we're in. And again, I don't even have to go super in depth. I already did, right, with the Four of Pentacles being the present moment, but it's backed up by these energies that I see. Because we've learned the lessons. A lot of us have learned those cycles, have learned those lessons that we were supposed to learn from our last thing. It could have taken, for some of us, 20 years, 5 months, 10 months, 4 decades. It's, some of us have been in this loop for a long time, but it doesn't even matter how long you were in this loop. A lot of us have learned the lesson, and it's really to draw boundaries, articulate what it is that we expect from people in relationships. I'm speaking right now to bosses, in my humble opinion. This is like, I'm speaking to people who are running shit. I'm speaking to the Pope. I'm speaking to Hierophants. I'm speaking to leaders. I'm speaking to kings and queens. So right now I'm speaking to some very strong people. And what I'm telling you is you're going to you have learned to articulate and not to be open, not to, we went from an ocean to a river. We're very directional in how we're moving now because we feel that energy is on our side. We feel this underlying strength energy, this divine feminine backing all this masculine stuff. And this is some boss shit, and it's lonely at the top. I just said this. It's lonely at the top. Look at these people that are looking up to this nigga. Like, people are looking up to this nigga. People are looking up to you. Just because people are looking up to you, you're gonna have to be careful about who you're helping, who you're extending yourself to. Because you gotta still work on yourself. We're not done. We're not done growing. We learned some lessons, but now God, universe, spirit is putting us in line to where we're supposed to go. So be mindful of this transition, okay? Be mindful of this. And there's an air of defensiveness that's coming with this Nine of Wands here. There's this air of, I can't trust everybody. And I don't necessarily think that this is a bad thing, just because not everybody's to be trusted. It goes against what we as Pisces have believe in our hearts, right? We believe in the good. And I'm not trying to sound like, I hope I don't sound like super negative, but it's not a negative thing. It's just like, Rihanna can't be friends with everybody. I always use her. Beyonce can't be friends with everybody. Steve Jobs was friends with nobody. Fellow Pisces. Rihanna, another Pisces. In their hearts, I'm sure that they, well, Steve Jobs, we share the exact same birthday. Obviously not the year, but we share the same birthday. So I want to believe that he was not as much of an asshole as like we all know him to be. But regardless, these people were guarded because at the end of the day, they knew how giving they were. Pisces know how giving we are, and so now universe is asking us to be more selective in who we're giving that energy to. Use our discernment, use our divine discernment, right? That we were given. Because there's a defensive energy here just because people are going to really want to be taking and really want to be a part of this wave that we're on. You know, people are really going to want to be on this ship. And you're going to have to decide for yourself who's coming along with you, whose energy you can take. And if it's something that you can't take, then, you know, don't do that. Don't do it. When there's doubt, don't do it. Specifically because this is moving into a leadership role. This is Taurian energy also. And what do we know about Taurus? Not that it owns the card, but we know that a Taurus, this could have been King of Pentacles, but it's not. Right? So this is leading. The most likely outcome is leadership. Tradition, upholding, you know, family, upholding your tradition. But these are traditions, in my opinion, that you're making. People are looking to you for counsel. Okay? And so this is abundance. This man is draped. He's, you know, he's wealthy. He's in gold. You know, the Catholic Pope, he wears Gucci and Louis. You can talk mad mess about the Catholic Church, and I'm Catholic, so like you can talk mad mess, and a lot of it I'm going to agree with you on, but they fresh as hell. I'm sorry. And I was like, and that's kind of what's moving into, like, there's a freshness. I'm coming back with the freshness, Pisces. And with that is coming, you know, discernment and choice and decision. Because the King of Wands, celebrity. Some of you guys are going to be celebrities. Some of you guys are going to be stars. Some of you guys are going to pop the fuck off. And whatever it is that you want to do. And it might not be like a global scale, but it could definitely be within your it could definitely be within your job. Some of you guys are turning into rock stars. You're going to be receiving a lot of recognition and attention. So just be mindful of that. That's all I can say, because that's a hell of a responsibility. Watch some documentaries for your favorite stars, you know. Watch a documentary. Some of you guys might even not know who the fuck I'm talking about, but with Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? He did himself in. We could always make that argument. But if you watch some of the interviews that he did, a lot of his friends did him the fuck in too. The people that he was very close to, right? That's the energy that we have to move against. People that we might have trusted for a very long time, that might be tested, all right? So, with that, let's get into the oracles and see what some of these energies are here. But yeah, this is a really beautiful reading. Because if you put it in the mindset that you're putting in the work to be successful, you know that success comes with certain responsibilities. You know that success comes with certain people. You know success comes with fakeness. Success comes with usury, trickery, audacity, caucasity, all of it. So with that, there's a guardedness. Look at this. Jupiter. Ruler Sagittarius and a Pisces are co-ruler. Luck, expansion, growth. Luck. That's what I'm saying. Winning. Really moving. Really elevating. There's just a level of elevation here. Especially with the Strength card. I absolutely love the Strength card. Like, let's not forget that Strength is the underlying energy for all of this. Because, like, you've earned it. You built your way up to it. Alright? And then the underlying energy we have again is fire, passion, movement, wands energy, burning. And normally when I see wands energy, I'm always like, make sure that it doesn't burn out. Make sure that, like, when you see a fire, make sure that you tend to it. But look at the wands that popped out. We have the King of Wands, Master. And then we have the Nine of Wands, a cycle of completion. So these are wands that are deep. This is fire energy that is mature. The fire is burning. You know, it's moving. It's grooving. okay? And then we have Earth here. Because it's focused on growing abundance, it goes hand in hand with the Hierophant. There's a groundedness that's happening. This fire that's burning, and shout out to California. My prayers are with you, absolutely. The air quality, if you can do your part, do your part. If you can help in any way. But that just made me think about that. But, with this Earth here, there's a groundedness, there's an earthiness that's happening. There's an expansion that's growing here. And it's going to deal with, finances, practicality. A lot of you are moving into a celebrity or an advocacy role or a position role that's really going to help you financially. It's really going to help you. It's really going to help you. And you're going to want to help others. Be mindful, okay, of what you want to do with your money. Don't let other people dictate for you what you're going to do with your riches. With your riches. That's what I was saying. All right. I'm going to pull for the Moonology deck. Yeah, a lot of fire and earth, but I feel like, and with fire and earth, it's scorching earth to bring something new, to bring new fertilized, soil. There's going to be new growth. It's taking all that stuff down. Like we saw the death card at the beginning of this reading. Some of us are still in that period of transition where we're losing people, right? And you're going to lose more people because your attitudes change, because your status has changed, because your position has changed. That's all normal. And so once this happens, you're literally just making room for new vegetation. Alright, and uno. Alright. So look at this. Believe in the impossible, right? And I'm not surprised with Jupiter being here and the King of Wands and Fire being here. It's a very lucky energy. Lucky, blessed, But believe that there are things that you can't see that are working for you. I'm just really seeing some picture and putting your nose to the grindstone, being aware of the energies that you're allowing. I cannot stress that enough. Keeping things close to you. Communication is key. Didn't we say that? We already said that with this King of Swords. It's you communicating. It's you opening up. It's you letting know what's happening. The communication kills relationships. And it's because people don't set their expectations. But you now know you got to set your expectations, especially for new people who are coming in, especially for people who are coming back. You got to let them know, look, I might look the same. I might sound the same. I might talk the same, right? I'm still the same bitch. But know this, I'm grown. I'm real grown this time. I'm not naive. I'm not a child. I fucking learned the fuck what I was supposed to learn. Here's what I expect my relationships. Either you meet it or you don't. And if you don't meet it, more love to you, more power to you. I wish you the best. I'm praying for you every night. But as far as you and my circle, bruh, in a time for healing. Because of that strength, like I said earlier, it ties back, we've been through it, and now we're healing our way through it. We're healing our way through work. We're healing our way through our passion, through our love. We're loving ourselves back into wholeness, and that's such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing that we're able to do this, because a lot of us have turned this hurt that we've had into prosperity, and are laying that foundation, right? And so as a time for healing, some of us are going to be retreating. We're going to be receiving a lot of attention. People are going to be really thinking that we're out here. People are really going to be thinking your Instagram's popping, your Snapchat's popping, all this stuff. But on the inside, you're still doing internal work. You're still very closed off. You're still very much to yourself. You're still very, guarded. There's just a guardedness here. But I'm not saying release it just yet, just because it's the card of advice. And as I feel, you don't want to be too excitable about the energies that are coming your way. All right, and then one last. We all saw that. And it was, boom, I love this card. I really don't mind it falling out. Enchantment. It's magical. What's happening is magical. And that's what I'm saying. The leprechaun has to run away from little kids because he doesn't want them stealing their pot of gold. You don't want these motherfuckers stealing your pot of gold? I was like, if somebody caught a unicorn, sadly, they would fucking Steal the horn and sell it. That's the energy that we're dealing with. Because you're a mystical creature. People are going to try to capture a leprechaun and steal their pot of gold. People are going to try to capture a unicorn and steal their fucking horn. No. You're just in such a magical... Ow. Sorry. You're just in such a magical state. That's really awesome. And I truly believe it. People are going to be just looking at you, especially with that King of Wands energy. People are just going to be seeing you as like a rock star. You're going to get attention from people that you never thought that you get attention from. And some of this attention is really going to lead to some great business deals. A lot of you guys are really going to be focused on your, your social image and how you come off and just who, your status, and not in a materialistic way, not even in a clout chasing way, not even in an Instagram way. It's just going to be happen where a lot of people are going to be thrust into a public eye or just more known than they have before. You know how when you look up like the current rock stars like Drake, Frank Ocean, Future. Sorry that I'm listing all of these hip hop people for people who aren't hip hop, but the thing about it is like they're all Scorpios. And you're like, how the fuck is like the music industry dominated by fucking Scorpios? Pisces are going to be like that, where people are going to Google and they'll be like, what, you were born in February? You were born in March too? Like, what the fuck? It's just going to be like a movement of people in front of the scenes and behind the scenes, okay? Just be aware of that. Courage. Courage. With the Strength card, I'm so happy when it makes a return, because it's just such a beautiful energy, because a lot of us are going to have to be courageous into the roles that we're going to be stepped into. And it's kind of scary because a lot of us are doing some things, making some decisions that we haven't made before, especially when it comes to communicating and articulating what we expect out of a relationship and out of a person. That's really going to take a lot for us, because most of the time we're just like, I want you to do what you want to do. I want to be supportive of you. I don't want to strip you of like who you are by trying to accommodate for me. So we're always bend over backwards in order to, accommodate for other people. But now it's really going to take courage to take that step off and be like, look, I'll bend over backwards for you, but this is my bare minimum. You must be this committed to ride. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then boom, integrity. And then look at that balance scale with that Libra scale. It's integrity to ourselves. To ourselves first and foremost. Not judging. I don't want to say judging, but I could say judging with the scales there. But mostly just understanding who has integrity around us, really using that discernment. It goes back to that King of Swords. So now we have the King of Wands, and again with the King of Swords, it's a mix between power and logic, learning business. A lot of us know how there's absolutely no cups in this reading. That's powerful. There's no cups and there's no water in this fucking reading. So that's not bad. I just think that we're all transitioning. We're all transforming. We're still the loving creatures that we've always been, but we're learning how to use that to further our career. Because as nice as we are and as kind as we are, we would be broke. Okay? We'd be broke. And a lot of us wouldn't even be that mad. And then boom, we have transmutation. So that's taking one thing and transferring it into something else. It's like taking a pile of shit and turning it into gold. All right? And that's what's happening. Especially with that enchantment. And people are not going to understand because it honestly has nothing to do with us. A lot of us are just being called upon to be channels and vessels for peace. A lot of us are just being called upon to do Spirit's work and bring love and light. But in order to do that, you do have to be mindful and use discernment and understand that not everything is rainbows and butterflies. It's compromise, shout out to Maroon 5. But like, it's taking that and moving that into another life, taking our experiences and making them absolutely golden. All right, Pisces. So that is your reading for December. This is really great. This is really, really great. I hope that you guys resonated with this reading. Please let me know in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please shoot me an email if you're interested in any personal readings from me, okay? Happy holidays and happy birthday to my Sagittarius. Peace, dudes.